Can you state your name and tell me what's one of your favorite things to do and to learn about?
My name is Carolyn, and I love to cook, and I love learning about cooking.
When did your love for cooking start and who influenced your love for cooking?
My love for cooking really started when I was an adult. I started cooking when I was like 10 years old, but it didn't become a passion until I was older, and my uncle is the one who influenced me to cook.
What dish did he make that you love that you had to learn how to make yourself?
My uncle always made dishes from scraps, like stuff he would make any meal that he from nothing, and he would make it taste so good, like he was a gourmet chef. He could take canned meat and make it taste like a gourmet meal. But he make this sausage and potato dish that I really loved, that I still make right to this day. Only difference is I added peppers.
Is there a specialty dish that your family is known for?
My family is known for making macaroni and cheese. They perfected it. It's pretty one of the best I've ever had. It beats all of the ones that I see on TV too.
What was the first thing you remember cooking by yourself, and who would you cook it for, and did they like it?
The first thing I remember cooking by myself was some baked chicken, some cabbage, and sweet potatoes. I made everything right except the cabbage. I remember when I made it that I boiled the cabbage, and my grandmother and my mother said that's not how you make cabbage. I cooked the meal for my whole family for dinner one night. Well, later on that night, my grandmother went and got a head of cabbage and actually showed me how to make cabbage. I've never made it wrong since.
Was cooking something that came easy to you growing up?
Cooking has always been easy to me because it's to me just taking some ingredients and trying them out. It's nothing too hard. I mean, either it's hit or miss, but most of the time it's a hit. So it's always came easy. I love to cook.
Do you still cook for your family?
I cook for my family every night, just about. Every now and again, I make my daughter cook so she can learn have some skills too.
Are there certain times or holidays that you really love cooking on, and why?
I love cooking on all holidays: Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July. It could be Memorial Day. It doesn't have to be a specific holiday, but I love to cook on holidays because it brings family and closeness, and that's what I love.
What is some of your fondest memories of Thanksgiving?
One of my fondest memories of Thanksgiving was going to my uncle's house because we normally have Thanksgiving at my house or my mom's house. So going to my uncle's house was a difference. And when we went over, he made us all say thanks before we could even eat Thanksgiving dinner. It was long, but it was a great thing to do. I enjoyed it.
Do you love cooking for your family on holidays?
I love to cook for my family on holidays, especially since I feel like they really love my cooking. It's an enjoyment, a closeness that you couldn't get no other time but the holidays.
What kind of joy do you get when you prepare a whole meal that your family is waiting for?
I get joy out of preparing a whole meal for my family because they really like what I cook. They seem satisfied, and then it's a joy to go in the kitchen and see all the pots empty sometime, and to look, and notice that the whole cake is gone. It means that they enjoyed themselves and that they were comfortable and full.
With kids being so finicky, do you think that what you're cooking is liked by them?
Kids are pretty finicky, so I think that making meals that are not so sophisticated and making some meals that are sophisticated, introducing in them new things that all kids eat at my table. I don't find many children that walk away from our table hungry. They like what I cook, the adult stuff and the stuff I make for them.
What kind of fun things do you do with kids? Like, what kind of things do you make with them just to create some funness or some?
With children, I love to do everything with kids. Especially on holidays, I'll roast marshmallows with children. I'll make s'mores with kids. I'll paint Easter eggs with kids. Make Christmas cookies. Whatever's necessary to keep them happy.
What's on the menu for this Thanksgiving, and are you going to have a house full?
This Thanksgiving, I haven't decided what I'm cooking. I know the traditional stuff, turkey and dressing, but that's as far as it's gone. I have another week to decide. And I don't know if I'm having company or not because I'm from Michigan and the family's supposed to come down a few people, but we're not 100% sure just yet. So I don't know if I'm having company or not.
Where are you actually from? I mean, where do you stay now?
Currently, I live in Tennessee, and it's a big transition from Michigan to Tennessee considering that we have no family here.
Do you usually get any assistance with cooking Thanksgiving dinner?
When I cook Thanksgiving dinner, I never really get assistance. I start cooking a few days in advance so I can have everything done on Thanksgiving. I do bug my daughter to help me sometimes, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. She doesn't like to cook.
What meal or dessert do you often get requests for that you only cook on holidays?
My family loves to ask me to make shrimp potatoes. They're decadent. They're just filled with cheese, butter, and creaminess, sour cream, and they're just they ask me to make it every day, but it's too decadent for an everyday dish. So I only make it on holidays.
Can you go over and show us how you prepare this dish?
Come on over, I'll show you how I make them. They're pretty easy.